always important to stretch. Basically, I want to do a video on making time to make art when you're a 20-something Londoner with a full-time job and this is just something you do to enjoy your time. Because although it is something I incredibly enjoy doing, it is not something I always find incredibly easy to pick up and do. Sometimes because it's hard to find pockets of time that are substantive enough to sit down and focus on one thing. / when I do have that time, I am often very tired after I have a full day's work or what have you. Today I didn't really have all that much going on, so my brain is not fried. And also I was working on it this morning when I woke up. And you know what they say about the thing that you start in the morning sort of sets your pace for the rest of the day? So rather than going on my phone, which I don't like doing in the mornings anyway because there's just nothing on it, I thought the sun was out, I'll work on this because I really want to work on this. And now the work is done and I have less than an hour until I need to be somewhere else. I actually can, I have the drive. It's not even just focus, it's the ability to focus maybe it is focus, to focus my mind into making art. Ooh. See, this is where often I think me making art is just a series of faces because I don't entirely know what I'm doing with pastels, or I suppose any medium really. Who does know? And so as a result, I'm sat there squinting, being is that actually what I wanted to do? Does that actually make sense? Anyway, point of this video, if the audio is good and I'm actually going to use any of this, is you can find pockets of time in a week. I'm not going to say every day because I don't like when people are get into daily habits. You just got to do it every day. 5 minutes a day will build your skills immensely. I don't do anything every single day of my life. Besides eat, there is not a non-body related task, like brushing my teeth, that I do every day. There just isn't. There are things that I regularly do, like tidy around the house or paint, but there is nothing I do every day. And I'm not going to fool myself to thinking that I will start a habit like that. And quite frankly, I don't actually want to do anything every single day. Maybe I should. Maybe it would make me a better person. But I don't know. I'm not so convinced of that. Don't worry. In a minute, I'll put the camera over this and you can see how far I've gotten. But really, I'm not doing anything of interest at the minute where it would warrant putting the camera overhead. I'm literally just drawing sand, which is about as interesting as drawing dirt. It's not there's nothing ooh, I want to capture that on film. Not really. Actually, the opposite of that. But I will, when I'm done this, or you can see how far I get to. by the time I have to sort of shut this off and head out to my friend's house. I'm really just trying to finish the beach part because, like I said, it's about as interesting as drawing soil on the ground. And maybe you really like drawing soil on the ground, so I shouldn't be like about it. But I actually really just want to get to the part where I'm drawing the dress. And there's this cute little book. Let's put that in there. This, very light, I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's a very pale yellow, is probably my most used because I don't have any other off-whites, and so this ends up taking the role, which is like any off-white I could possibly want. I wish the reference photo I had, or I have in front of me, was a little bit bigger. Because the nice thing with having it on paper is that you get a much better idea of the color. I find when I look up some of these paintings online and I compare them to what I have in a book, the colors are just like very saturated a lot of the times, or they like warm the image quite a bit, and it just isn't the same thing, and it doesn't look as good when compared to what's in the book. Oh, start with a stretch, finish with a stretch. Okay, so my hour is up. I need to leave for my friend's house, but I actually got a lot done, which I'm really excited about. And I finished the sand, even though I still don't like it. But I am liking where the dress is going, which is what I was hoping would be the case. And then I'll work on getting some detailing done. Right now, there's not a lot to show you, but I can show. So I've basically finished this back part. I'm building this section because it's kind of this like, if you look in the photo, it's this really warm tone underneath the gray. And I'm trying to figure out how to recreate that with the pastels because I don't have a color like that. And I was kind of thinking that I would do the yellow under the gray like in the painting, but actually that's where I did there. But I'm actually liking it better where I haven't done that, where I've done the gray under the yellow. So we'll see. This might also not even be the right tone. It kind of looks like I should be going a bit more orange, but when I have a clearer brain, I'll come back to this. All right. Well, the rest of this video is going to be other small pockets of me just having a bit of fun painting and working toward, I have this wall that I want to fill with art before I move, which I got an email today, which makes me think it's gonna actually be very, very soon. So if I want to fill this wall, I need to get snappy with it. So hopefully over the next few days I'll be able to do some painting, and then I'll have a bit of a break to move. And then, well, we'll see. The world is a very big place and I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I can say the rest of this video should be good and relaxing and cute, and I hope you enjoy. today to Fulham Palace Garden, where I brought my bag, brought all my art supplies, brought a picnic blanket, a bit of a snack, and yeah, I'm hoping to spend my Saturday afternoon drawing. I'm laughing because you can see how much pollen. You said how long does it take to get there?
65, 70 minutes.
I was meaning to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We need to leave, she said, and then continue drawing.